Hello everybody, it's MDB here, back with one of my most important videos to date. Recently I was accepted into the new totally legit AG Council that totally outranks the current one, AG Council VR, and together with this dumbass, otherwise known as a bread sandwich, the leader of this new and exciting tier.
Yes.
We are here to bring you the first VR update, which was a pretty major one, to say the least.
A lot of mods, got put up on the VR for the first time. We got rid of a couple bad Pokemon, all that stuff.
Yeah, mainly just getting rid of Tapu Koko from every viability ranking ever.
Oh yeah, definitely. Never deserved to be ranked. I don't know why I put it up there in the first place.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna go over the first rise, which is Matt from Wii Sports from unranked to S+. It's pretty clear to see why. His powerful close combats in boxing are enough to one-hit KO somebody after just 2 rounds, and also his ability to use rollout down the bowling alley is unparalleled to anything, and even has the ability to sometimes 4-hit KO a Chandelure, the best Pokemon in the metagame, by far.
Oh, yeah. What is it? I think Matt is ranked S plus mainly because if you can name something, Matt can definitely do it better than you. It's like, I got, except for Chandelure, like there's really nothing I can think of that can do anything better than that.
Yeah, he even has the N-word pass, so it's pretty powerful. Our next one is Peppa Pig. If you want to go over that one.
All right. So and MDB nommed this, and I think that his post was pretty spot on for the reasoning. But essentially, after Peppa Pig uses belly drum on Daddy Pig's belly, her attack just becomes so high that it just snowballs for teams. There's nothing you can really do about it after that happens. It's just except for Chandelure, because Peppa Pig can't 2-hit KO Chandelure, but it's still pretty great. So yeah, that's why it moved up to A.
It's pretty incredible. Our next one is Ditto unranked to D, not the imposter variant, the limber variant. Because Chandelure often likes to run Thunder Wave. An imposter is kind of a useless ability, would you agree?
Yeah, it's a useless ability, especially because Chandelure is completely impossible.
See, another reason why we started this better AGVR is because Ditto is just too high up there. I don't know what delusions they're living in, but this is clearly not an A rank mod, but D seems solid. Our next one is Zacian unranked to D, and it is only here because it's not Zacian crowned. On to the next one. We have Espeon unranked to B+, and this was an oversight on my part. See, the power of Ash themed teams on the low ladder is not to be understated. I think we've all lost to about 1,000.
We've all lost.
Exactly. When I see one, I pretty much just forfeit because I know there's no way we're gonna lose. I mean, I'm gonna win, of course. But Lapras was actually on Red's gold and silver team, so while it's not quite A- like the rest of the Ash themed team, it is worthy of B+ in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It was nominated up to A-. There was some argument in the thread. So eventually we kind of just compromised and put it at B+.
Yes. If you want to cover Eevee, which is kind of obvious, but you can go over it anyway.
Well, yeah. Essentially, Eevee, it should be the mascot of Pokemon, but it's overshadowed by Pikachu. So,
but not in this VR. Pikachu is A-, Eevee is A.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we should probably rank Clefairy.
Oh yeah, we should.
Next one is, just kind of a oversight, kind of a whoops, a wacky mistake, not
Yeah.
ranking Waluigi, of course, um, to begin with, which Waluigi is a classic Pokemon character. Um, has been a staple on stall teams since Gen 4, and
Hmm.
even though stall is not quite good this gen, with Chandelure being everywhere, and the next Pokemon that we'll talk about also being commonplace, I think Waluigi has a suitable niche in the metagame to justify a C ranking. Now, if you want to cover the specific set of the next Pokemon.
Okay, so Necrozma Duskbane was nominated mainly because was it with the Ghostium Z variant? It's actually able to deal damage to Chandelure.
Exactly.
I mean, any other variants are unviable, but Ghostium Z just allows it to get a what is it 6% chance to OHKO Chandelure, which is pretty good. Nothing else comes close to that power, so we had to rank it.
Yeah, it had to be S minus.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it can't come into Chandelure because it gets O-code
yeah.
by clear smog, which is pretty unfortunate. But not much can stand in Chandelure's path of destruction.
Hmm.
Next, we have Arceus Electric from D to B minus, which should be an obvious one. Arceus Electric is clearly a meta-defining Pokemon. Um, Bolt Beam coverage, what more could you want? Clearly
Hmm.
better than Omastar and Genesect, which I'm not mentioning for any specific reason.
Yes.
They were just the first two mons that came to my head. And really, this is completely not the reason why we started this VR. It was for honest purposes only.
Hmm.
Next, we have another pretty obvious one, in my opinion, if you want to go over that.
All right, so yes, no, I think this was also kind of an oversight on our side because well, mainly because it was pretty good, but I didn't I kind of waited to put it on here because I actually wasn't convinced until just recently on how good it actually is. Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, I guess it's like kind of a better version of Vanillux, except for the ability, except that it doesn't have the ability to check Peppa Pig, but it's just more powerful though in general.
Yeah, Vanillix is one of the only reliable checks to Peppa Pig because the Americans won the Revolutionary War, as we all know,
Yeah.
which Peppa Pig was a general in the British Army for. Um, Next, we have Darkrai unranked to C, specifically the Focus Sash variant. With Spatial Ren, this was popularized by arguably the second greatest AG player, or player, of all time, Drew 88, allowing him to peak the ladder at 2600 and over
Mhm.
98 GXE, which has only been replicated by Bob Jowan, who literally broke the ladder, and we weren't able to use it for a week because he peaked so high. But a pretty
Yeah.
obvious one.
Yeah, we don't have a screenshot of Bobdra 1 because the ladder crashed after he got his peak.
Exactly. Um, Now we'll go into the drops. We have Vivillon from S++ to S+. Nothing is really able to stand up to Chandelure. And while Vivillon is a great legitimate mon that requires a lot of skill to use, it just can't stand up to the greatness that is Chandelure.
Yeah.
Next we have Mewtwo S plus to D, if you want to cover this one.
All right. So originally we had an S plus because your boy JD was he was pretty adamant about Mewtwo being very very good at the beginning of the generation, and I kind of just believed him. And then I started to realize as time went on that Mewtwo isn't really as good as we thought. So that's why we moved it down to D.
Yeah, a spec Psy Strike to a 0 IV Chandelure only does a maximum of 25%, which is pretty sad.
Yeah, no, it's sad. And then like, what is it? Even after like, what is it? I mean, even the what is it +2? Dynamax variant isn't even able to two hit KO.
Yeah,
Which it's obviously pretty sad.
I know. Next we have Tapu Koko S plus to Unrain. And this isn't because Tapu Koko is necessarily bad in this metagame. It's because Tapu Koko can literally be on no VR. It was off AGVR in Gen 7 last gen. It's not even on NatDex OU VR. And it won't be on this VR because fuck Tapu Koko.
Yeah, no, Tapu Koko never needs to be on any VR. I
Yeah.
think that's all I can really say about it.
I mean, yeah, just a fucking shitty ass mod.
Yeah, it's awful.
If you want to go over some of the nominations, because
All
we
right,
indeed have two.
I'll go over the nominations we rejected. So, I guess nominations we rejected include Streepy. I mean, what is it? Streepy has its strong supporters, but I mean, realistically, it's not very good. Dies to DM, all that stuff.
Dies to Matt.
Yeah. And of course, why use any other ghost type when you can use Chandelure?
Exactly. We won't go over any of the rises for Pokemon that were already in the game, but Zacian Crown was not ranked. Um, simply because it's a really slow Pokemon with pretty average attack stat. Can't really break much. I
Yeah.
personally wouldn't use it. Um,
I mean, yes. I mean, Zacian, or non-crown Zacian is in general better just because it can actually run items,
yeah,
like Assault
exactly.
Vest or something.
Exactly. And Fairy Steel is a pretty garbage type. I mean, you're weak to ground. I don't think that's very good. Um, Next we have Omastar was nominated to S. See, I actually voted for this because I believe Omastar is too low in the current AGVR, but some people believed it shouldn't have even been in the VR in the first place.
Yeah, I voted an adamant no just because, Omastar, it's not very good and never will be good. It's just like it's worse than Arceus Electric, which is, I'm not bringing that up for any particular reason.
There's nothing related here.
Yeah, there's nothing related, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
And our final one is Pikamugu. Was nominated to B minus. Inferior Snom in every way. There's no reason to use this over Snom.
Yeah, yeah, like what is it? No, there was again, a little bit of hype around it, but it's realistically not very good.
And that is all our things for this VR slate. I'm very excited to bring more to this community.
Hmm.
Um, I think we have a lot planned. Um, and I think this is the definitive official AGVR. And there definitely is not any reason why we made this. There wasn't any correlation to, for instance, AGVR Slate 4 going live. Um, no coincidences here. This is all just out of the blue, and I think we can agree on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if we mentioned Arceus Electric and Omastar and Genesect in the same sentence, it is completely random, and
yeah, it's purely
yeah,
coincidental. It was.
just don't look into anything. Nothing going on here. I don't know why AGL's door just creaked open like a fucking 16th century mansion, but that's gonna be it for me. Any closing words for you?
Nope. I don't really have any. I mean, I guess
Oh,
other
no,
than
he doesn't
if you
have any
want to
closing
apply,
words. He doesn't have any.
I have closing
Okay,
words
okay,
actually. If you
okay,
want to
yeah.
apply for a spot on our council, all you simply need to do is go into the thread and type out "I want to be in the council," and you'll be in the council.
And
So
also
yeah,
say 69 at the end of your sentence, or you won't be accepted.
yes.
Exactly. Thank you, and that's gonna be it.